Hello and welcome to Computer Science. This is Computer Science 20S, and today we're just going to have a look at introductory, what is computer science, before we actually get right into some actual programming. So the question is, what is computer science and what are you going to do in this class? I'd like you to pause the video for a second and just think about that. All right, and after watching this lesson, this video, you will know what computer science is, you'll know what the word syntax is, and you'll know what the word pseudocode refers to as well. And you'll also understand that there are many different careers in computer science. I'm sure that many of you are here thinking about programming, perhaps maybe games. There's much, much more to it than that. And as you progress through grades 10, 11, and 12, you'll find many different things about computer science. Okay, so what is computer science? Well, let's talk about, first of all, what it's not. Okay, it's not listening to music, it's not chatting, it's not Facebooking or tweeting or whatever the social media of the day is. I'm making this video in 2014. You might be moving back in time when you watch this video, so whatever the social media of the day is, it's not that. It's not browsing on the internet. Not using Office programs like Word or Excel or whatever happens to be new this time. It's not website design, although it can be, and it's not playing games. In computer science, here at school, you'll be making them, okay? You'll be programming them, and of course there's also programming of business applications, which we will touch on a little bit, but I'm sure that most of you are interested in making some games, so we're going to start with that. So exactly what is computer science? You had a chance to pause the video. If you haven't done so, I'd like you to pause it once again and just think about it for a second. If you're taking the course with someone else, then you might want to chat with them. Okay, so if you happen to Google computer science and you went to Wikipedia, today when I Googled it, I got that computer science deals with the theoretical foundations of information, computation, and with practical techniques for their implementation and application. And of course, you're probably saying, huh? So maybe now take a moment and try to figure out exactly what computer science is. So for us, it's going to be the study of one or more programming languages to create programs that solve problems. So we're going to write programs to play games and as well some more business or math-oriented apps. Examples like Blackjack or 21, Hangman, other games. We might be doing some financial stuff. If you're interested in doing apps for iPods or Android devices, that type of thing, be aware that it's quite challenging. When you get to grade 12, that may be an opportunity to do that, but we're going to start with some pretty basic stuff, okay? So I want you to watch this video here. Those of you that are taking it by computer will have to find this link for yourselves. Those of you that are in class are obviously going to be able to, I'm going to click the link here for you. So watch the video and then ask yourself what kind of programming is needed for this Army transport device. And just pause this video and then go to YouTube and click on that link. Just watch that and just imagine what kind of programming is needed to come up with a device that will do that. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about pseudocode. Okay, and you're probably wondering, what the heck does that even mean? Okay, pseudocode, pseudo means fake, so pseudocode is fake code. It's basically programming in English, putting the steps in English. It allows us to think rather than to worry about syntax. So it gets rid of the details, it just simply allows you to plan. It's planning, and planning is super important in computer science. You will fight me on this. Every student does, but you will find as you progress all the way up to grade 12 that the more you plan, the easier the coding is. And that's one of my jobs, is to convince you to plan out your programs. Okay? So you're probably wondering, what's the word syntax mean? Well, syntax is simply the set of rules that defines the combinations, symbols, that are considered to be correctly structured programs in that language. It's basically the grammar of the language. The syntax is the grammar. It's the semicolons, it's the brackets, it's all that stuff that make it work, the details, which is why when we write pseudocode, we don't need to worry about the syntax, okay? It just focuses your brain on big ideas rather than details. So for example, adding two numbers together. This is pseudocode, right? Program is required to add two numbers together, pretty basic. Here's the pseudocode. Get number 1, get number 2, add their values and store the answer. and then display the answer. That's pseudocode. It's the steps you need to follow. Here's a more elaborate pseudocode. This is a game called In Between. Maybe some of you have played it with cards. Here's how it works. You print the instructions, you get a bankroll, you determine the ante, and you print it. You determine if or not you want to play, and this is a loop. Subtract the ante, print new bankroll, pick cards and print. Determine which one is the bigger and which one is the smaller, or if they match. Determine which game we're to play, whether it's in between or higher lower. And I know all this doesn't make sense to you. Play the game in between, play the game higher or lower, and ask to play again. Check if the bankroll is 0. Again, this is not code, these are steps. This is the plan. So once again, this is the plan for a game. These are the type of things you need to think through first. How is the program going to work? And then you go and you implement the details. If you follow this procedure, you'll find that coding of games is much, much easier rather than planning as you go. Imagine building a house without a plan. You need a plan. You can't just start throwing lumber together and hoping that it works, okay? And that's what everyone tries, and they find out that it takes a lot longer. Please plan your programs. Okay, let's talk a little bit about careers. There are many different careers in the computer science field. Many people incorrectly believe that computer science career is all about programming. While it's true that most entry-level jobs after a bachelor's degree involve programming, most practitioners eventually graduate to other responsibilities such as design, coordination, testing, planning, and management. Thus, you typically start with a software engineering job after a bachelor's degree and move on after about 5 years into higher-level positions. With advanced coursework and a master's degree, you can work in an area of specialization that uses your advanced coursework. For example, working for an animation outfit such as Disney would require at least 2 to 3 courses in computer graphics. Finally, a PhD degree usually finds its recipient in a research environment, such as a research lab, research wing of a large corporation, or even a university. And there's a link there on the screen, and I'll provide it as well for those of you that are working from home or on your own. You can do a little bit of search there for computer science careers. So just a brief little exercise today. Spend some time Googling for careers in computer science. I'd like you to look for things like salary, number of positions that are coming up available, job descriptions, stuff like that. Just spend a little bit of time trying to find out what kind of computer science careers there are out there. And that concludes this lesson, so have a great day.